Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Noemi from Pigeon Art and today we are sewing. If you go into any of your local fabric stores, they'll normally have a big tub or a bin or something like that with the end of the roll fabrics, which I'm going to call remnant from now on. And that's what we're going to be using today. I've got 3 fabrics. Now this one you might already recognize. If you haven't seen my video where I use this fabric, I'll put it up there. It's not really a remnant fabric because I bought, 2 meters of that. But I've already used it for what I wanted, so any more uses I get out of it is a bonus, and therefore it's a remnant for me. We're seeing friends that have a kid in a couple of weeks, so I'll be making that for them for his Christmas present. And I'm thinking I'll make shorts out of this one. And this one is pretty big. Let me just show you just how big it is. So I'm going to make a couple of tops for myself out of that. Okay, so I'm here with a voiceover, which is not my favorite thing, but I'm going to cut out 2 of each piece on the fold. 2 sleeves and 1 front and 1 back. I am using a modified free pattern, which I will link below. I've just shortened the sleeves and I'm not using their neckline. So if you enjoy watching people fail and struggle, well, have a lovely time, because this is where I should have stopped with this project. And instead I kept trying and destroyed some fabric, but I'll talk about this more later. Basically, the front pieces and the back pieces were not the same size, so I couldn't finish it, and I think the front pieces were too small anyway, so it would never have fitted me. In hindsight, I should have just used a free pattern from the internet, like for the first one. But never mind. And last but not least, that piece of fabric is folded, so there's 2 pieces there. And I'm leaving a seam allowance all around except for around the arms and neck holes. Right here's where I forgot that I was a YouTuber and sort of hid everything I was doing, but I was just cutting the neckline for the front one. Hello, so it's the next day. It was far too hot yesterday. I just couldn't be in here. The aircon wasn't working and I was starting to feel a bit off. It's much cooler today. It has been raining out there and the sound of traffic tends to be worse when it rains, so I probably won't be doing a huge amount of talking. I've pinned all of the bits I'm going to be sewing next. I'll start with these pinned up here, then I'll add the sleeves and then I sew the sides. On my top, turns out I can only get 1 shirt out of that fabric. I have a habit of overestimating how much I can make out of things. I've pinned the tops here and the sides there, and then all I'll need to do is hem the bottom and that will be done. I absolutely struggled with the shorts. I don't know if they're going to turn out, if this is going to be a huge fail. I'm going to guess it's going to be a huge fail, but we'll see. I'm going to start doing that. I don't always have the right thread for the colours of the fabric. It generally doesn't matter if there's not going to be any top sews, which there will be, so we'll see. I do have the right thread for this one though. Look at this. Ha! So as I've already quickly mentioned, I'm sewing the shoulders here. Now that the shoulders are done, I can add the sleeves. This bit's a bit tricky. It looks wrong when you're doing it, but once you turn it around, it will be correct. Now that we've done both sleeves, it's time to sew the sides of the shirt. Now I'm preparing for the hems on both the bottom and the sleeves. Because the t-shirt material doesn't fray, I'm not bothering to do any zigzagging on this or doing a rolling hem. If you're trying to keep as much stretch in your hems as possible, I recommend using this setting on your sewing machine. So for this project I don't have the right color thread, so this one will have to do. All I'm doing here is the shoulder seams. This fabric also doesn't fray, so I won't be bothering with any of that sort of stuff. And now I'm doing the sides, from the armpit to the bottom of the t-shirt. Here I'm rolling the bottom hem again, but the neckline and the armholes will not be hemmed. With the shorts, if I had cut this up correctly, they should line up here, but as you can see, they don't look anything the same. I'm not wearing my mic, but hopefully you can hear me because I'm really close to the camera. The shorts that I was gonna make, that's a fail. I'm gonna have to use the fabric in another project, which I have another project in mind. Hopefully I haven't destroyed it in a way that I can't get the other project done with it, but we'll see. So, fail! But anyway, I have to go now and see if the cricket is on, because it's been raining and a cricket doesn't play if it's raining, and it's in Sydney, so never mind. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it gives you some ideas on some cheap projects you can do with remnant fabrics. It's a pretty sustainable way of sewing as well, because those would have gone in the bin. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, and I upload every Sunday with art and DIY videos, and I hope to see you then.